Hey, welcome to the channel. So there's a lot of things that go into your mortgage payment. The interest rate, which controls your principal and interest, the taxes for a house, and then insurance. So when I talk to a customer, I explain homeowners insurance, what it is, and how it's part of the payment. But I, as the mortgage company, don't control that. The consumer gets to choose that. So we wanted to bring on a phenomenal insurance expert, Maz Ganim, so that he can kind of break down simple questions that, especially for a first time home buyer, what goes into your policy? What makes it lower? What makes it higher? What are things that you want to look for in a house? He had mentioned a fire hydrant. I didn't even think about that, how close you are. So let's welcome Maz to the channel. And Maz, if you could just kind of go through, the home insurance 101 for people that have never had it, or even people that have insurance, things that might, if their renewals coming up, might help them get a policy a little better with your firm.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. So I just jotted down a few things that dictate what you're going to pay on a insurance policy. The age of the home is going to matter. The age of the roof is going to matter. Your credit score. So all insurance companies are the rate you pay is based on your credit. So the better your credit, the better the rate's going to be. Claims history. The protection class is what they call like how close are you to a hydrant and a fire station. So the more rural you get, the more you're probably going to pay versus somebody being in the city. And square footage, obviously, the size of the home and the building material matters. So if you have a brick home, you're going to get a better rate than having a vinyl siding home, because if there is a fire, it's less likely that it's going to burn the house down if it's brick versus vinyl, it's going to go up in flames quicker. And then deductibles, of course, dictate how much you'll pay. So the higher the deductible, if the deductible's higher, it's going to lower the cost. So, and we can get into deductibles and claims if you'd like, and how important claims are. And somebody who's a first-time buyer needs to really understand how claims can affect you. So when to file a claim, when not to. Like speaking to your agent first is important, because they can sort of guide you on the consequences. They're never going to tell you yes or no, but they can let you know the consequences of filing a claim versus not. So,
Yeah,
because insurance, I'm sorry to cut in, but insurance really initially was there to protect you in a catastrophe or something that's $20,000-$30,000, or if your house burns down. Not if it's a $2,000 water claim. That's not really what it's meant for. So I hope that
Yeah, and
helps.
that's one of the importance of this channel is we've all got, 20 plus years of experience in our respective field, and just letting people know, websites and technology are great, but when it comes to insurance, if you take the cheapest option on the website that you found that's not here locally and you have an emergency, are they going to answer the phone? Are they going
Yeah.
to give you advice? Are they going to
Yeah.
help you right there make that decision to file or not file? And just like in anything in life, right? The cheapest, you get what you pay for,
Yeah.
right? So
Absolutely.
we all want to bring value, but from the mortgage side, the difference can sometimes be 10 or $20 a month, right? That you can't even get a McDonald's Happy Meal for that right now. But making sure that your insurance agent has your back when you need them, which is ensuring the most expensive purchase you're going to have in your lifetime. That is why we wanted to bring you on here and talk about, the importance of the relationship as well, because that really matters. And trust is a big thing, especially for people that have never bought a house.
Yeah, I think it's actually the most important thing. I think, unfortunately, people are looking for the cost versus the value of the agent they're speaking with. I have people all the time that come to me and they, hey, I'm thinking about shopping my insurance. I'm like, do you like your agent? And they, yeah, I love my agent. It's like, you should probably stay with your agent. If you like them, they care about you. So I think it's important. You get value when you're speaking to somebody local versus, an 800 number. They know you and they know the area. So yeah, I think that shopping local and talking to someone is just vitally important. I mean, $5 a month. I mean, you spend a cup of coffee, it costs you $5 for a cup of coffee, and you're worried about $5 a month. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I think it's extremely important.
Yeah, good stuff. I totally agree with you guys on that for sure. I have a question though. If somebody
Yeah.
buys a home that has a swimming pool, is that a major insurance piece or not?
Well, the insurance company is going to require there to be a fence either around the pool or around the yard. It's got to be at least 4 feet tall. But they are particular about slides and diving boards. So not every insurance company is going to be able to write that because of liability issues, right? You're more likely to get injured off of a diving board or a slide, I guess, than not having one. So yeah, those things matter. It's the cost is yes, it's going to be more expensive because most likely you're going to have to add an endorsement for the pool, which then is going to raise the cost because if a tree falls on your pool and damages the pool, then you're covered for, let's say, $100,000 swimming pool. Then yeah, obviously it's going to raise the cost.
Which explains why back when my kids were younger, I got the question, "Do you have a trampoline?" And I'm like, "Why do you care about
big
that?
One.
Why do you?" But I guess someone's going to get hurt, right?
Yeah, it's all liability. Yeah,
Maz, we gotta teach these carriers about the South, right? If you take away their diving board, these rednecks are going to get on the roof and jump into the pool from the roof. That's way more risky. We just got to give them their diving boards,
right?
Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, so from an insurance company's perspective, they obviously want to minimize their exposure. And liability is a bit like dogs. They ask like breeds of dogs. Some insurance companies won't write pit bulls, won't write Great Danes, right, or German Shepherds even. Yeah, I know your pit bull's the sweetest dog ever. I get it, but historically, data shows that pit bulls are more likely to bite than a golden retriever. Even though we all know Chihuahuas are the meanest dogs around, right? But they're not on the list. So yeah, it's all about exposure and liability when it comes to swimming pools, dog breeds, etc.
And really it's risk, right? And Brian and I, we've talked on a lot of different episodes about like, why is my interest rate what it is? Well, it's based on your credit score. Your credit score is a risk factor. So you get issued a rate based on how risky you are to pay back. So it's no different in your world. They're trying to minimize risk, but also have coverage. Like we talked about, if there is an emergency, they want to be able to help. So you got to have the right information in the file to be able to, insure those people.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's funny you say risk because the insurance companies call a home and the person buying a home, it's called a risk, right? Because it's a risk to them. It's financially, right? So how risky is this person? Are they a smoker? Are they a non-smoker? I mean, it matters, so trees overhanging the house, that's a risk. So that's why they try to limit the risk or the liability exposure.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
Well, guys, so thankful to have Maz and Brian here, and there's no risk in talking to Maz for your insurance. Super awesome local guy. We've used him. We've sent many customers to him. They're timely, they're responsive, and they can normally beat most every quote that's out there. But thank you for tuning into the channel. Please like and follow right here. We're trying to bring you guys as much information that's pertinent to maybe the deal right now, or maybe the deal that you're going to put together for the future. So we will catch you on the next episode. Thank you.
See you guys.
See you guys. Thank you.